Okay, chapter 5. And we're going to go straight into the Giggling Guardian battle here. And you're going to probably want to ready a shock bolt. Stefano is waiting for us.
Yeah, just you wait, asshole.
The Guardian, if you're going to fight her head on, if you do want to do it that way. She takes quite a lot of ammo to kill, but I like the fact that you've got those tripwires here that slow down time. It's a cool fight to do, but I'm not going to bother on Classic. There are resources around this area, guys. Sniper ammo, shot bolt, some other goodies. But I'm going to be going straight for the back door. What the game does to your stamina here is typically obnoxious as well. I am going to be going past the tripwire because although you slow down, she slows down, and I think that's more beneficial, to be honest. Obviously we can see an oil slick here as well. That was very close. Light her up, and we're going slower. Got a tiny bit of stamina. Shoot that. I don't understand the significance of that car horn though. There's the explosive bolt. You want to place that down just before the door. Far away from her, basically. She's just tripped that second wire. And she's just ran into the shot bolt.
Don't have to worry about that.
Whoa!
Let's see if I can find out where that cycle.
I've got blood on me, which is interesting. Is that my blood? I don't know. I don't care. What I do know is that's genuinely unsettling, and I don't like it. Anyway, there's two enemies here. They usually see me, to be honest with you, because I don't really understand the pathing. Oh, he's running. Okay. I'm not that bothered if this guy sees me. Now, the harpoons in this game are absolute garbage. That's a good fucking shot. Wow. Now, those, I think, are the first two shots with the shotgun. And we're on chapter 5, so that's pretty crazy. But I don't know what it is, but these two guys usually always see me. I don't think there's any loot in here. You could also, and I've done this before, just run to the door straight away. And they might not see you. They might not. Well, they will see you, but they might not catch up to you. But yeah, unupgraded shotgun is not going to blast the face off like that all the time. In fact, it's going to do it very rarely. I got lucky there. I don't think there's really anything I want to craft. No, I'm good.
Oh, don't worry. Look, this minute you without it, turn it up. Power. You mean take this? Use it to turn on the emitter.
If you're wondering about the Giggling Guardian, whether that strat is consistent, I've just gotten better at doing it. Now, obviously, on Classic,
Team member down. Wish I could have gotten more info.
you've got no stamina.
I'm still gonna find you.
But I've gotten used to doing it, and it's not failed me once yet, but I've seen a few other good Evil Within 2 players fail it. So maybe one day I will fail it as well, but it's pretty damn consistent. Also, I got the first explosive bolt for myself, obviously. The second one I ducked under. If I hadn't have done that,
That's his MO. He's somewhere in here.
and I got it for myself, the second one, and put the shot bolt down, I still probably would have made it through okay, but she might have damaged me once whilst going through the door. One hit from the Guardian will probably take nearly 50% of my health. But yeah, the Obscura boss fight is coming up, and it's not too tricky, but obviously we've not got much health. Got to be careful, take your time.
What's this about?
The stable field emitter, which is this little machine, which will become obvious what it is when you're in the room. That takes a picture of the stable field emitter or something like that, and the timer will stop. Now, there's a timer from 100 seconds, and you want it to go down to 0, obviously. And when it stops, you've got to chase the Obscura and basically shoot the camera. I don't know how accurate you have to be, whether you have to shoot the camera specifically, but I think you do.
What's this?
Keeping your distance and being quite careful is the main thing. But it's not too tricky, really. I think that's self-explanatory, that. The clues are up there. The portrait. And all this part is pretty boring when you've played the game many times, but it's yet again one of those moments which was fantastic on your first playthrough. I did like these parts here. Very creepy.
Appreciate the art. Fine. As long as it gets me closer to you, I'll play your game. I remember this. Still a cold case. That's Lily. This guy's playing with me.
You got to run into certain positions here to like further the dialogue along. It's kind of annoying, really. And now there's a door there. You notice that all the mannequins there have heads on them. They won't in a minute. And we're nearly up to 200, finally.
Another one. But what's he after?
There you go, all the heads have gone. I only realised that when I saw somebody streaming it mention that. Very cool. Some really cool set pieces here. You've got to appreciate this, I think. Now, in the room with Obscura, I think there's like 4 or 5 handgun bullets. And also a syringe. We've got 4 syringes, but of course I've not got the medical kit. which I'm kind of regretting, because I think the next time I'm going to see a medical kit, one which I can actually get anyway, will be in Chapter 8 near my next save. There is a medical kit in the financial district, but it's in this kind of container. This massive container, this metal container where you can walk into.
These things.
And if the enemies are around and the Guardian is in that chapter, because she actually is, then you can get caught inside and it can become very dangerous. Like, that's a chapter, Chapter 7, coming up, Lust for Art, where you destroy Stefano's paintings, where you can search a little bit too much and get yourself into trouble, I think. Yeah, there's a syringe on the left.
Authorization required. Please connect an authorized terminal.
Terminal? Must mean this communicator.
Restart sequence initiated.
Meet my beautiful Obscura.
So, here's the beautiful Obscura.
Restart
You
sequence.
gotta be kidding me.
Sequence will complete in 90 seconds.
And this is a horrible fight to speedrun. I tried to speedrun this, but I didn't know how to do it properly. But this is classic, so I don't give a fuck about that. I think being careful and biding your time and making sure you don't get damaged here is the most important thing. I think you do have to hit her with quite a few handgun bullets, probably 3 or 4 before before the timer goes down. I did get her with a shotgun though.
Alright, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I just have to hold it off until the emitter starts.
80 seconds.
She got quite close to me though. Something else I've noticed in this fight is she obviously smashes the bulbs, which give you more light, so she's harder to spot. The darker it gets. She's pretty cool. Nice, that's fucking good, guys. I would use those walls as a kind of cover. She can be deceptively quick, Obscura, as well, I'd admit. Even, not just as cover, but baiting her attacks. Like, when she's going to attack, you just go around the corner and she'll miss, obviously. That's a good shot. I think I'm going to hit one more shotgun shell into her before purely... Ooh, did that hit? I think it did. Yeah, it did. I hit her, but also a part of the wall. And there's probably going to be one more. But I would rather not hit her with another shotgun shell.
20 seconds.
I've done well to avoid her attacks so far, but believe me, there's quite a lot of range on them. Got her. The harpoon is actually through the camera. Nice. That went really well. I'm happy with that, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a difficult boss fight whatsoever, as you've just seen, but because of the fact that the camera is very hard to shoot and be accurate with, it can drain your ammo still, nevertheless.
Stabilization procedure completed.
Great. Saved my own ass. But what am I supposed to do now? If he's gone, he didn't leave Lily here. Where did he take her? Should give Kibben an update about this.
I don't think there's any loot this way. No.
Shit. Maybe I'll get a signal outside.
But yeah, I didn't take any damage though. I think it went pretty damn well. When I used the shotgun, I didn't miss my shots. Just using the wall as a bit of cover like that and then shooting her. That was good. But it's not the last we'll see of Obscura. She'll be back a little later. Although we will be purely avoiding her. Now, it takes 3 herbs to make a medical syringe. It takes 5 for a medical kit. So if you think of it, for example, we can hold 4 syringes. Finally over 200 gunpowder officially. I've got 10 fuses, nice. So yeah, if you think of it like 4 syringes and 1 medkit, that is 14 herbs. And we've got, what, 20 now? So you can get a lot of herbs, but they are used up rather quickly.
Can't believe these bastards use Lily like some kind of science experiment. And then they have the nerve to send me in to clean up their mess? It's like some kind of sick joke.
Look across the room there and you'll see a key. This is the 8th. And I do think it's beneficial, personally, to try and grind up until chapter 8 like I am. Just before the Stefano boss fight. And the chapter 9, Another Evil, because the game gets harder then. In terms of the combat. I think it's good to hold out using the keys and doing the mini-games. Then you get all those resources together. And of course, what you get from the lockers you don't need to use straight away. You can keep them there and come back, use them later.
Thanks. Gotta figure out where he took her.
So that's chapter 5 as good as done, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm really happy with the Obscura boss fight. Not much gameplay other than that though.
I just have to find my way there.
And chapter 6 is an interesting one because it kind of lasts as long as you want it to last, if you know what I mean. Because in the financial district coming up, you can examine Stefano's paintings straight away, and then chapter 7 starts, or chapter 6, you can just search around for ages and then go for the paintings. And on your first playthrough, on my first playthrough, what most people will do is search around chapter 6 and then right at the end go for the paintings, and then chapter 7 starts. But of course on Classic, that's not what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going straight for the paintings. So chapter 5 ends here, and a very short chapter 6 is in the next video.